Okay, here we are again. So this time I'm going to run the Spectre team. I have less Spectres because of whatever it's called, the platoons, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So people I need to keep are going to be for light side. Can't remember who this is. I definitely want to keep her for a different mission. The rest are kind of pointless. They don't matter. You don't matter. Sorry, Mr. Ugly Mask Man. Yes, so that should be fine. Let's go. Now this takes a little while, as with the other missions, but the Empire really don't deal with Ashoka Tano, the galactic legend, very well at all, because their whole principle is counter you to death. But as you can see, that's not really an issue for our buddy over here. Let's just throw some of that down. It's not going to matter. Let's throw this on you. I would have preferred to put armor shred down, but I can in a minute anyway. Let's get armor shred on you. He's not going to last long anyway. Somebody's going to nuke him with like one hit. But while you continue to focus on Ashoka, I'm not going to argue, right? Now, I always take the trooper out, the TIE fighter pilot out, because he hits like a truck. And he's kind of frustrating. However, Gary here, he's the one that you really need to remove. Poor fella. Right, see, he didn't last very long. Now, I'll be honest, I've never actually managed to run a full resistance squad, so I don't know how effective it is compared to any other thing, like any other team. But you'll start seeing these guys, they end up having problems here because they just basically nuke themselves on Ashoka Tano. It's quite funny, if I'm honest. I quite appreciate it. Where are we? Yes. So I just keep slowly plugging away at these people, and you'll see how it transpires. It's a slow process, but actually, once you understand the mechanic of how to get your way through it, you'll see it's actually relatively easy. Now, I don't want to waste the force leap or whatever it is, the sudden leap, sudden whirlwind, whatever, I don't know, I can't remember. But as you can see, we're nearly at ultimate already. Get this back up because you get the extra protection and protection, whatever that is, I can't remember. Let's have a look. Hello? Right, there we go. So protection up is really useful in this one. The foresight's pretty useful, but I don't need to try and nuke him just yet. Let's just shoot that, get him some health back. It's not going to matter, don't get me wrong, but it's still, you know, best practice and all that. Right, that's handy. Now, because he's taken a beating, that's his entire protection bar in one hit. So you can see it's pretty effective, right? And provided these two don't do the silly thing, well, which they probably will because that's what they're like. They love doing the stompy stomp to get themselves to where they need to be. But with four stacks of armor shred and whatever the other debuff is, not that I can remember what it is, off balance, right? They get really sort of neutered, shall we say. Alright. See what I mean? That's 80,000 hits, which is pretty strong. Now I'm going to deal with this one, because he's there, and he's already taken the most damage anyway, so I might as well. But you just cycle it around based on who's happens to be in the position of doesn't have retribution at the time. As you can see, now Gary's gone. They do not stand very long versus anyone. Let's get that back on and hit him in the face. And there you go, right? Now he'll try and heal, it doesn't matter. As you can see, this is nice and simple. The next round is just as simple. I'll probably lose Ashoka Tano, if I'm honest, because that's the nature of this game. Well, let's get some more of that on the go. Smash you in the face some more. Smash you some more. And that was the Empire have made a fatal mistake. A horrendous misjudgment. But as you can see, right, what are they able to do against this magnitude of firepower, right? Let's not waste that yet. It'd be nice to have the what's it called? There you go. Right, so nice and easy, right? Unlike when you run it against Nest, you can't counter her to death, sadly. So again, we deal with you. I'm going to drop the ultimate straight away, get the bonus protection up, and start dealing with this guy, because he's the main threat when it comes to damage output. So we want to deal with him first. Also, like the Imperial Officer, does not get whatever it's called, retribution. So it's kind of good, because when he starts causing trouble, and he will when he starts doing his AoE, he's a pretty pokey bear. But he's gone now, so we don't have to worry about it. Now you've got a choice of who you take out now. I normally will head for the Officer, because the Officer also is pretty strong. Once he's out of the way, it's just dealing with Gary before the others melt. Now you can deal with the healer first. Just depends on what takes your fancy. I just don't like the Imperial Officer. He has offended me somehow. I'm not sure how yet, but he has. But you can see how much damage Fulcrum's doing. Now I'm not going to use the big hit yet, but that AoE is a pain, because Fulcrum, every time she gets debuffed, she loses whatever it's called, protection and health, to cleanse herself, which is really useful, don't get me wrong, but it'd be better to not have to worry about that. Do you know what I mean? So we'll just drop some more of that, and then that's him dealt with, right? But do you see what I mean, right? It's night and day difference between Emphis Nest and the Empire. You're not allowed to do that, Gary. I'm sorry. But now it's just stack a bunch of armor shred on Gary and watch him melt. And there's no point doing like big hit style attacks, because things like this, they put the protection up on. He's got too much defense anyway, so the aim is just keep going, slowly cause him trouble, and then it's targets of opportunity where it's available, right? So it takes a little bit longer than running a full team of Spectre, but my guild has stolen a number of people from me for platoons, and I'm good with that, right? I've got the roster to manage it, fortunately, and we all get better results as a result, but you know, I'm not able to run a proper Spectre team, unfortunately, because my Spectre are not Relic 9 except for these two and Chopper. So, and Chopper I did for the guild. I wouldn't normally run Chopper except for edge cases in certain battles, like versus a Thrawn battle on wherever it happened to be. Can't remember the name of that battle. Right, so you see now Gary's taking serious damage. He's actually starting to struggle with the amount of armor shred we've put on him, and that is all the bonus protection off of this range trooper. However, let's see. There we go, no more Gary. Let's deal with these guys, because these guys are the next ones to cause trouble. But because whenever they put that on, they immediately counter themselves, which is lovely. I might as well just dispel your buffs. Now they're just being very nice today, because normally I would have to deal with them. Right, you can go. No more healer. Right, let's get this back on, like the taunt. Get some more protection up, and then hit you in the face. I wasn't expecting that to be a one-shot, I'll be honest. But, and there you go. Job's a good one. Thanks for joining me. Bye.